Hello, Legionnaires. This is Max the Owl from Legion of Myth, and in this segment, we read Stars Without Numbers, Injury, Death, and Recovery rules and break down what the text actually asks you to do at the table. It's not much, it's only one page. Together, we will learn what looks clean, what looks confusing, and what might surprise a new group when a character drops. Do not click away. One little paragraph can completely change how safe or risky the game feels. Reminder, we prioritize questions and comments from members and super chatters like Hype. Subscribe, comment, and share. And if we do not cover every section of this wonderful book that you want, pool your resources and buy the missing content so we can provide it on a future live stream. And I clicked the wrong button. Give me one moment here. And there we go. Closed out everything instead. All right, let's go back to where we were in combat. And this is, I think, the end of the system. Oh, no, we're going to have hack. So just as an example, while I scroll here, I am not going to be covering hacking. But if you're like, no, that is such an important... Did I pass it?
Integral part of the game.
Advancement, data protocols. There's hack. Okay, so this is it right here. Yeah, if you're like, this, you have to. How can you skip hacking? It is so important because computers and technology, well, that's one of those examples of like, if you fund it, we will cover it. Else I have to move on so that we can keep covering new and interesting things for you because time is limited. All right. After that last video, I think we suffered some injury and we need some healing.
Yep.
So a creature brought to 0 hit points has been defeated and can no longer fight. If brought to 0 hit points by a lethal weapon, he's dead or dying. There's a difference between those two, but okay, you're either dead or dying. Which one is it? We'll find out, I hope. Foes brought down with fist, blunt objects, or other less than lethal means may merely be unconscious or incapacitated if their assailant wasn't trying to kill them. That one I always struggle with that one because I get it. If you're hit with a beer bottle, you're probably not going to die, although it could do it. But if you're hit with a club or a mace,
those things are made to kill folk.
Yeah.
They're not made to poo-poo punish you. No, that's what belts and saps are for. No, if you have a club or a mace and you hit someone in the head with it, they'll very likely die if you hit them hard enough.
So I think that might be a GM call. Now, to be fair, we're reading the rules here for you, but sometimes we have to put in there some common sense. Like even Kevin Sambita says it for Palladium. If something doesn't make, use common sense. Sometimes things need to be tweaked. And I think that'd be one of those areas where I might. But let's take a look at what it says here. So if the assailant wasn't trying to kill him, some enemies might even be incapacitated by purely mental or emotional strain. Oh, my feelings hurt. I quit.
Yep.
Foes defeated non-lethally recover 1 hit point after 10 minutes and then function normally. Yep, it's a whack-a-mole game. A mortally wounded creature at 0 hit points will die in no more than 6 rounds. So 6 rounds, remember, they're 6 seconds rounds. That's 36 seconds. Yeah.
That makes sense.
They may be unconscious, screaming for their mother. Mommy. I did that in an exercise one time. I got the chief master sergeant so angry at me. It said I had a chest wound and my head was grazed. It's like, okay. So I started having visions and he was angry at me for not taking it seriously, even though it made the medical team do its job. Stupid chief. All right. Where are we here? Creature dropped by heavy weapons, explosives, or other dramatic injury may be instantly killed at the GM's discretion. Turned into Swiss cheese or not Swiss, sausage, salsa. That's the word I was looking for. Turned into salsa
or pink mist or whatever. Yeah.
Additional damage inflicted on a mortally wounded target will always kill him immediately. So if somebody's already about to die and you go, that coup de grace.
Yeah. That's why double tap is a thing.
A PC who wants to extend mercy to an enemy or aid to a friend can use his main action to attempt an intelligence heal or dexterity heal skill check, using whatever modifier is best. He has no special medical tools available at all. The difficulty of the check is 10 plus the number of rounds that have passed since the target went down. Remember, we're back to the 2d6 rolls. This isn't a 50-50 chance.
Right. And this modifier could be up to 6.
Yeah.
Or 5. Sorry. At the beginning of 6 round, he just dies.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
If you have a medical kit or other proper trauma tools, the difficulty is 8 plus the rounds since injury.
Oh my God, that is not much of a difference.
If you expend a Lazarus patch on the target, the difficulty is 6 plus the time. At least that's reasonable. Now, remember, we're not talking somebody, we're not putting a Band-Aid on somebody that, that has a small laceration. You're talking about somebody that's down. So this could be, a sucking
They are
chest
dying.
wound.
They are bleeding out, or
Right.
their guts are hanging out of their torso or whatever. So this is not an easy thing. I understand that. It should be difficult.
Yeah.
But
You know,
the difference between having the proper tools and having nothing is only 2.
yeah, but for a 2d6 roll, that's pretty. Remember, it's bell curve.
It's not significant enough.
I mean, medical kit is just a medical kit. When you're talking like how somebody that's bleeding out constantly, that's just to try to get somebody to the hospital. The Lazarus kit, or I don't know Lazarus patch exactly does, but
we didn't do equipment.
Lazarus, knowing the story, I mean, this
it
theoretically
sounds like it's great. Like it's a high-tech medical marvel.
Like it should bring you back to life after 4 days of being dead.
It's basically a hit point potion. You take it and it's magic, and it's great. Sounds great. I want one.
A failed check can be reattempted next round if the target isn't dead yet. Okay.
You remember, you got a timer.
But
6-round
Lazarus
timer.
patches are expended even on a failure.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it says patch. I can get that. You're like opening up, slapping it on.
Used it. Yeah.
If I put 7 nicotine patches on here, it doesn't mean that
I used them all. Yeah, they're all used.
The biopsionic technique, Psychic Sucker, automatically succeeds in stabilizing a target. Hint, guess what you want in your group?
Go with the Psychic Healer. Yep.
Can we have 2, please? He can, you know what? 2, and between the 2 of them, they can have 80% of the treasure. As long as they do their job. Keep me alive. So automatic succeeds and stabilize if any time remains to them. Okay. A critically injured target who has been stabilized regains 1 hit point after 10 minutes of recovery. Is able to move and function normally if he's fiercely determined to do so. But any further damage whatsoever will kill him with no chance for stabilization. Basically, you're barely functioning at this point. You're kind of cognitive. You're on death's door, so to speak, and all it takes is one little weeble wobble push, and that you will stay down.
If it is absolutely imperative that you get out of the way, like you're going to be in a blast radius, or there's a Indiana Jones-esque boulder coming for you, you can get out of the way of stuff like that, sure. But if you get a mosquito bite during this time, you're just going to die.
All right. Where are we here? Critical one of the remove function for the damage. What's our kill? Where am I? Okay. He's healed with some high-tech pharmaceutical stim or advanced biopsionic technique. He can shake off this fragility and return to action with whatever hit points the drug or power have provided. Drugs are a wonderful tool.
I know drugs are great, man. I mean, yeah, like, oh my God, I lost my hand. Yeah, well, I'll put a tournament on it, take some cocaine, and I'm all right as rain.
Well, hey, we were in the Air Force. It was vitamin M.
Vitamin M. Yep. 800 to 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah, 1,200 is the one they gave me.
Oh, really? Wow. Good for you. I mean, bad for your liver, but good for you.
Well, they gave me that and Tylenol 3 with the codeine. And I took the Tylenol 3 one time. I was like, nope, just like the Percocet. When they gave me Percocet once, I was like, ew, this makes me feel weird. I'm not doing this.
Oh, the Percocet, it was my favorite. It was absolutely my favorite. I loved it.
Without such advanced healing, a critically wounded target requires at least a week of bed rest and medical care before he can shake off their fragility and start regaining levels and hit points after each night's rest. Okay. This assumes that TL4 medical care is available. So as technology level? Technology level
4. I don't know what that is, but okay.
If only technology level 3 tech is on hand, the recovery time is a month.
That's a vast difference.
If technology 2 or lower medical care is provided, the recovery time is a month, and the target must make a physical saving throw at the end of it, with a bonus equal to the heal skill of whomever is tending to. Okay, on a success.
On a success, they'll recover within 1d4 more weeks. So it's going to be a month plus 1d4 weeks, even on a success.
Yeah, but it's the end part that matters.
TL2 or less is.
Well, but it's this part that's the bad one. On a failure, the primitive technology ensures he'll die of his wounds at some point.
Hey, you know what? Sepsis is sepsis, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
So I'm guessing TL2 is leeching.
Yeah, there's no antibiotics in TL2 or lower. It's just what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, got it. Check.
Creatures that have suffered damage but have not been mortally injured regain hit points equal to their hit dice or character level after each night's good rest. And there you go. That's it. I did not read this. So healing is pretty basic here. I don't see anything that stands out great or bad other than the fact that once you're down, don't get put down a second time.
No, you just die.
Other than that, seems to make sense. Somebody might cry that that's really slow healing. Well, yeah, without a hospital. How long? Let's use sports medicine for a moment because I know it probably better than anything else. If you tear your Achilles, and there's no tearing Achilles in the game. Shut up, just hear me out. Or, okay, you're stabbed in the gut and you need a colostomy bag for the rest of your life. Do you want to deal with that as a character? Probably not. So how about this? Let's have it that you can heal after a month. Okay. There's kind of a little bit of balance here. But ultimately, you don't heal from wounds overnight unless you're in some sort of weird, crazy, high magic world, or you have Psychic Sucker, apparently, and a Lazarus patch.
Both sound really great.
Both do sound really great, yeah. And whatever drugs Heathen Dog was talking about. But ultimately, the point with this is that, yeah, healing without the proper care, healing is in and of itself kind of dangerous, just like it should be, and is going to take time. I don't have a problem with that. And we were just at a Game Master Insight episode where, some people don't like these more lethal games. They just want to get back to the action. Well, you know what you can do? You can get back to the action after you say a month has passed. I mean, that's always an option. But yeah. I like this. This works for me. So that's it. This one, yeah, I told on the last episode, this is going to be a short one. I didn't even look at chat. So if you see anything in there you want to bring up about this chapter, injury, death, and healing, see what the folks in the chat are saying. But
was that Lord Squirrel is just agreeing with you? Yeah, you can pop up, but you're almost non-effective, and if you go down again, you're just down forever. Yeah,
so that's fair.
Actually,
actually, that is fair, and I will take away my whack-a-mole comment because it actually does have a whack-a-mole preventative measure in the game. Being based on Dungeons and Dragons, which is whack-a-mole, I made an assumption on that. So yeah, that's a very good point. In this one, you can get whacked, and come back up once, but like I said, that Weeble will wobble and fall down if it's hit that second time.
To be fair, Dungeons and Dragons also has the system shock. So if you take enough damage at once, you could just die.
Right, yeah, half your hit points in one attack or something.
In one attack, you could just die, and in the early levels, that's pretty easy.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's all we're gonna look at.
Yeah.
So, next week, I forget what I'm covering next week because I can't find my note card, but I know there is more Stars Without Number to come. I think it's going to be related to. I don't want to lie to you. I have to find my note card and find out exactly what it is. But we're definitely gonna be covering things like the system design and so forth. I just don't think that's yet, though it might be. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you want more help making rules feel usable or confusing as this book writes them, watch another Legion of Myth video next. We have an ever-growing catalog of deep dives, read-throughs, fundamentals, and overviews for over 50 tabletop RPGs, sharing our experiences and thoughts to help you understand and improve your games. Share this video with the game master or the player who dreads the "so am I dead" moment. If we skip desired sections of the book, pull your resources, buy the missing content, and of course, like, hype, subscribe, comment, and super thank.